happens. Yeah, not too bad. Hi, it's been a minute. I think it's been like 3 months. Basically all the videos that you would have seen, they were filmed back in March, April. Basically a few things happened and there is also now a lot of things changing. So working across the two teams, especially because of the size of the work and the size of the roadmaps, it was very overwhelming. And I would have mentioned it in like my videos when it was like peak stress and whatnot, that I was very stressed and I didn't realize it, but I actually got really burnt out. And so for the past couple of months, I just didn't do anything after work and I just brain rotted. I just sat on the couch and brain rotted for a little bit and I just couldn't bring myself back to like filming, editing and all of that. But yeah, working across the two teams was very intense. There were a lot of meetings non-stop. If you ever have a look at my calendar, back in those months, it was just non-stop meetings. I would be across like 5 different working groups. There would always be a meeting for something or other, which made it hard to actually output anything. So I think that was really rough. And so I would spend extra time trying to finish things off. And I think the other thing as well is just that there was so much context switching that I just wasn't able to do, or at least I felt like I wasn't able to do a good job. And I think what I came to find is I really wanted to give 100% of myself to each team. So from my previous day in my life videos, I would have mentioned that I worked across 2 teams and each team had like 9 to 10 developers, which is really difficult to feed. And on top of that, I was doing a lot of so there was the business analysis side, but then I was also doing a lot of the delivery stuff as well. So making sure that everything is all good and ready to go, planning what is coming up for the team in the next like few sprints or what's coming up in the future, in the next quarter, etc. So that was a lot. And then there was so much context switching as well because there were 5 different things that I was working on. And it is really hard to context switch all the time and be able to recall the information correctly and quickly. So I think that was really challenging and it became a little bit too much for me. One thing I found was that I just really wanted to give 100% to each of my teams, but I didn't realize that that is not possible because one person only has 100% to give, which means I should have given 50% to each team. But I just wanted to do my best for each team, which then I think resulted in me burning out really badly. And because of that, an update, I'm across 1 team now. So I raised it with my manager. I was like, look, I really can't do this anymore. And I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot of roles as well. I managed to go down to 1 team from like late April, and that was right before I went on leave. So I went down to 1 team, did my handover with the new BA that was taking over my role for one of the teams. And then when I went on leave, on the first day of leave, I got a message from her that was like, I quit. And I was like, what? So then the whole time on the trip, I was wondering, oh, do I need to come back to 2 teams? In the end, it was fine. I didn't need to come back to 2 teams. But yeah, that's sort of what happened for the last couple of months. And my burnout, I was just super overworked for a very long time. So that's the update and I'm back and I think I'm mostly recovered. Having lunch now. This is really hot. I just microwaved it. But I'm eating some leftover shepherd's pie that I made over the weekend and just some veggies. It doesn't look super appealing. There are also a few things happening. We've unfortunately had a restructure and it's impacted a lot of people. I was fortunate enough to not be impacted, but my manager has changed and he was impacted. So that's really unfortunate. And I think the state of things is a little bit weird. Like, people don't really know what is happening. It was a pretty big shakeup. I think it was just a cutthroat. If you were in this role, you are gone, basically. So it's this weird limbo state as to like what happens to the responsibilities that these people had. Like, do we absorb it? Do we just get rid of it? Like, do we just stop doing it? So it's this weird state and people aren't feeling too great about it. People are very angry, understandably, and it's really tough out there in the job market. Like, there's layoffs left, right and center. So I feel really bad for what these people are going through. Redundancies are never good. But yeah, times are a little bit weird at the moment and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm about to jump on my end of year performance review outcome. I think like they have a talk to figure out what rating my thing is. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. I went to a conference maybe 2 months ago. Maybe it was like the end of May. I went to a conference 2 months ago and there was a claw machine and I actually won something from the claw machine, which usually never happens. And because it was like a product conference with the claw machine, I won like a ball and then I had like a little token to get something. So I got this thing that's called like brain bites. And basically what it is that they have all these like little cards which kind of summarize things like specific product management concepts, like what's the product life cycle over here, and then how do you ideate and innovate over here, things around product strategy, which I thought was really cool. I feel like this is like the most useful thing that I've received from like a conference, so pretty nice. But yeah, I would have mentioned in like maybe my why I left as a consultant video that I wanted to move into product, so that's why I was at a product conference. But yeah, I wanted to show you this. It's pretty cool. Morning. Today is an office day and I'm heading in to celebrate or welcome the new BA that's starting on one of the teams. So we have like a welcome lunch. But yeah, today going in to do a few catch-ups and also celebrate the BA. Hey. Welcome to my first week as a product manager. Have I been a product manager before? No. Do I know what's going on? No. It'll be interesting to see how I navigate this first week as a PM. It is currently lunchtime now, and basically since like 9 o'clock this morning, I've just been in non-stop meetings all the way. So it's been very crazy. I don't really know what's going on. I know some things, but yeah, excited to kind of take you along with me for this journey. Also, just for context, I've been wanting to go into product for a while. I mentioned this in my video about why I had quit consulting, but yeah, it's been a long time desire for me to go into product, and I finally manifested so hard that it happened. basically. But as you know, I was the senior business analyst before, and I was across the two teams. So how it happened was that there was an opening for a product manager role in one of the teams that I was working on, and then I applied for that role along with another product manager role, and yeah, basically long story short, I got the position. So that's how I have made it in as product manager. So very exciting. Yay!
That's what the CEO awards are all.
I mean, they opened up the doors.
Hi, I'm on to day 3 as my first week as a product manager, and it has been so busy. Everything's just been a blur because this week is also a whole bunch of kickoffs with the company, and so like every day it's just been like 4 hours of just kickoffs. And so everyone's just kind of shoved all these meetings in the morning, just trying to get some work done. And I've lost my voice because yesterday was a really loud party. And so I was just kind of yelling through everything. And yeah, my voice is like now 2 octaves lower or something like that. But yeah, I'm still just wrapping my head around everything that is going on. I have a lot of meetings that start at like 9 o'clock when previously I didn't. Like things would usually start at like 9:30 or 10 at earliest, but a lot of 9 o'clock meetings and a lot of getting to know a lot of different stakeholders. I have to talk to a lot of people, and what I've just been trying to do is just like figure out if there's any documentation for any of the existing initiatives that are in flight or like the products that we're working on, and just like what the current state is, what we plan to have the future state to be, who are the key stakeholders, and any outstanding actions as well. So just working through that at the moment. I'm about to head off again into the office because I have 2 days back to back, and then hopefully I can work from home tomorrow. And I have a 9:30 meeting. I have a design review, final design review for one of the features that I'm now the owner of. Cool, I'll see you later.